Hey everybody, welcome back to Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff. It has been 7 months. I just passed the 7 month mark since my last alcoholic beverage. And people have been encouraging me to continue these sort of update sobriety videos, and I'm happy to do that. But they also keep sort of wanting to draw this causational line between stopping drinking and happiness. And I talked a couple of months ago about, I created sort of a math equation about whether I'm happier now than I was before. 15 days at a 5, 5 days at an 8, and 10 days at about a 2.5. So you math that out, and that's 140 happies over the course of a month. And today I want to sort of continue that train of thought and talk about the things that create happiness for me. These are not necessarily causational relationships. It's not a matter of if I do these 3 things, I will be happy that day. These are 3 things that at least have a correlational relationship to having a good day for me. Let's get into it. I'm going to talk about the 3 things that I have found are more likely to give me a good day. So like I said, this is not a if these things happened on a day, that was a good day type situation. It is a if you had a good day, it is likely that these things happened and probably contributed to that. So it's not, as I said, it's not a causational relationship, but there absolutely is a lot of correlation that I have found between these things happening and whether or not I was happy that day. So the first thing on my list is breakfast. And I've made no secret of the fact that I am not good at nutritionalizing and remembering to eat. And unfortunately, I am also the type of person who doesn't like to eat right after they wake up. I don't know if you guys, you wake up and you got to get food in. I need to be a couple hours of awake before food starts going in. And so this doesn't tend to happen on days where I have to go off to my job at 8:30. Because I'm not talking about like a bagel or like a bowl of cereal. I'm talking about full on breakfast, like actually cooking and making myself a good breakfast. Like this morning, for example, I had delicious breakfast sandwiches that I made. And I think that it's not only the actual caloric intake that is giving me the benefit from breakfast. It's also the action of making breakfast. And it'll get into sort of number 2 on the list in a way, which is accomplishing things. But the act of engaging in cooking breakfast and eating breakfast and getting that, it changes my mindset for the day in terms of like, this is going to be a day where you're going to do stuff. And I think that's a big part of it, but it's also, let's be honest, it's also part of it is putting the food in and giving my body some calories to burn off throughout the day. But I have found that breakfast is a serious contributing factor. Actually making and consuming a decent breakfast is absolutely a contributing factor to whether or not I'm going to have a good day. And now that I have started to realize that, it's helping with my food situation because I've been able to draw that correlation, and if I want to have a good day, I know that this is going to be a contributing factor, and it's helping with my food problem. So that's number 1. Number 2, like I said, it's accomplishing something. And I think I should be a little bit more, I don't think it's really the act of accomplishing something that's the key here. Because yes, it's good to do things like laundry and grocery shopping and responding to comments on YouTube, and all of these things are accomplishing something. But when I talk about accomplishing something and I look back at a day and realize that it was a good day and I accomplished something, the type of accomplishing that I'm talking about is the creation of something that didn't exist before in the world. So it doesn't have to be anything. It doesn't have to be a big, massive, complicated piece of furniture. But like the days when I made a couple of weeks ago, I made a clamp rack and I put it up on the wall and I got some clamps on it, and that was a good day. I also had breakfast that day. But just a simple clamp rack to get it up on the wall. It's a physical thing that I created and put into the world that made my life better, and I felt accomplished. And it took an hour, but it gave me a feeling of accomplishment. So whether it's writing a poem or working on a song to some extent, or this mallet rack behind me, same thing. The act of accomplishing something, and more specifically, the act of putting something out into the world, that creating something that didn't exist the day before, is, I have found to be a significant contributing factor to my whether or not I had a good day. And one of my goals this year was to be better at organizing my time, which is helping me in some ways be more productive as well. I got a whiteboard up in the corner and I've categorized things into like next and then after type things so that I can see down the track a little ways. And it feels really good to cross things off. That's part of accomplishing things, is the act of crossing something off of a list. It feels good. It feels good to be able to cross something off of a list that you had hoped to accomplish. Yeah. And the third one, and maybe the most important one, is staying off my phone. The getting away from this action. The less time that I spend staring at my phone over the course of a day, generally the happier I am that day. And when you think about it, that should not be a surprise. And I'm not talking about like when you're actually communicating with friends and family and stuff on your phone. I'm talking about the scroll, the time suck that is social media, or that can be social media. The less time I am scrolling throughout a day, the happier I generally am that day. So I don't know if that is helpful for anybody. I don't know if this is even meant to be helpful for anybody. This is just things that I have discovered and determined for me that help create happiness, or at least fend off sadness, I guess. So 7 months, everything's still good, still fine. No significant, I don't think, emotional changes since the last one. Still not drinking, still putting one foot in front of the other, making my way through the world, trying to be better every day than I was the day before, and keeping on. But these three factors I have determined are sort of keys for me in terms of keeping that, what happiness there is. Seems like a strange way to say it, but what happiness there is in my life is impacted to some degree by those three things. And maybe they are for you too, and it's something to think about. Anyway, that's it for this one. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye for now. Whoa, I just about fell off my chair. And I don't drink. That's a thing. Sometimes you don't have to be drunk to fall off a chair. Okay? You could just have a shitty chair. Bye for now. So I don't know what I'm going to call this video. It'll probably be something along the lines of like 3 keys to happiness in sobriety or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, I'll have to come up with some sort of garbage clickbaity kind of title because people want that for clicking it. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. You have to title things sort of like all like, woo, and just like, start again. Start again. Ugh. Hey everybody, welcome back to Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff. It is 7 months as of a couple of days ago. I just passed 7 months since my last drink. My last drink was August 10th, 2024. People are encouraging me to continue these monthly updates. So as long as I have something to say, I will keep going on them. And people still keep asking me about happiness, as though the lack of drinking should be causationally relationship that should have a causational relationship with happiness. Let's start that again too. That's not a great way to say that. That's it for this one. In terms of any other updates, I'm still a meh, drifting through life, being pretty okay. Not drinking. Any day that I don't drink is a win. And there's not a lot of sadness, but there's not a lot of joy. It sounds terrible, but the math adds up. We've talked about that before. I am happier than I used to be. It just doesn't feel that way sometimes. But it is what it is. Oh, don't end on a downer. So that's it for this one. Hopefully you got something from that. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe. I don't know. Why would you say that if you do, like, don't say that if it's not something that you want to say or have said. Well, you need stuff for the blooper section, I guess. There's got to be enough here that you can cut it together in some kind of... Sure. I probably have said enough things that were decent that I can make a video.